Need further proof that Genesis 1 is a lesson on how to have hope, how to have faith? I'll show you. Look at verse 5 in the second chapter. It says, and no shrub of the field had yet appeared on earth. But then when you look at verse 11, in chapter 1, well, let's even go back. Let's just skip to verse 12. It says, the land produced vegetation, meaning that it already happened, because it didn't say will produce. He said it produced, which is past tense. And that's another aha moment, that when you have faith, you have to speak as if it already happened, because it did, because you did speak it. You did see it. It's just not visible in the physical sense yet. And that's why you cling on to that. That's why you have to be sure in what you hope. Look at verse 12 again. It says, the land produced vegetation, plants bearing seed according to their kinds, and trees bearing fruit with seed in according to their kinds. But then again, when you go to chapter 2, verse 5, it says, and no shrub of the field had yet appeared on earth. What is that telling you? Genesis 1 is a lesson on how to have faith. And isn't that real love? If faith is the essence of our existence, wouldn't it make sense that God educate us on how to have faith? It does. It makes perfect sense. That's what someone would do when they love you. They will show you plainly how to believe in them, how to be certain that they exist, how to be sure of that. I hope this helps someone who's on the fence on, how do I have faith? How do I hope? Look at Genesis 1 and then read Genesis 2. It's even more funny that he even says further in Genesis 2, he talks about man. Now, when you read Genesis 1, man is the last thing that he talks about creating, right? But in Genesis 2, it says, and there was no man to work the ground, but streams came up from the earth. So man was needed to be created before the shrubs. But in Genesis 1, God speaks of creating the plants and the trees before creating man. Oh, man. You have to love the power of faith. I hope this blesses somebody today and gives you some knowledge and more understanding. Have a blessed day.